So starting with trusses, it is very well known to you right now that trusses are frame structures. They are used to support loads, and the members are pin jointed. The reason why they are, we had taken several assumptions, but out of them two are very important. First one is the truss has to be a perfect truss, and the second one is the members are pin jointed. So the members are pin jointed means that the reaction that will, or the force that is being carried by member AB will be same as BA. So it becomes very easy for understanding the equilibrium conditions as well as solving them. Because if they are not pin jointed, what happens is we need to even consider the strength of the joint. Here, if we use pin joint, it clearly indicates that whatever may be the strength of the joint, it will be able to sustain a certain amount of load. So to first start with the problem, again, you don't need to verify whether it is a perfect truss or not, because the questions that are asked in the examinations, obviously they will be perfect trusses. But for simplicity and for first hand information, let us verify whether it is a perfect truss or not. So to verify whether it is a perfect truss or not, the essential condition is m should be equal to 2j minus 3, where m is the number of members and j is the number of joints. If you look at this diagram, or that this truss, uh, you can say that here m is equal to 3 and j is equal to also 3. So if you put it in this relationship, it is very well defined that it is satisfying this relationship. So it is a perfect truss. So if it is a perfect truss, it can be solved. This angle is 60 degrees. So obviously, if you look at the angles that are given, only one is given in the problem. This is 60 degree. It is well understood that this will be 90 degree and this will be 30 degree. Sum of all angles will be 180 degree. This is geometry, basic geometry, everybody must be knowing. So we'll be starting with method of joints. Starting with method of joints. So the first step involves that determine the reactions. So reactions means the reactions that are taking place at the supports. So if you look here, it is a hinge support, here it is a roller support. So if you have a hinge support, you have two reactions. Let this be RB. Let us denote this as RB dash, the horizontal component, and this be RC. Now this is a coplanar non-concurrent force system. So you have three equations of static equilibrium. So coming back to static equilibrium conditions, if you write down sigma fx is equal to 0. So if it is sigma fx is equal to 0, you have RB dash is equal to 0. There is no horizontal component of the force that is acting on the truss. So the next equation of static equilibrium is sigma Fy is equal to 0. If you look at this, you have RB plus RC is equal to 20. Now let us take moment about point B. So if you take moment about B and equate it to 0, sum of all forces, moment about B, the sign conventions remain as usual. Upward acting forces will be treated as positive, downward acting as negative, and clockwise moments as positive and anti-clockwise moments as negative. So the problem begins now that you have to very carefully calculate the perpendicular distance for each and every force. So if you look at the perpendicular distance part, the perpendicular distance for this 20 kilonewton force will be this distance. So you need to find out this distance. The entire length is given as 5 meters. So if the entire length is 5 meters, we first let us find out AB. So AB will be equal to 5 cos 60. This is a right angle triangle. So this becomes your hypotenuse, this is your base, and this is your perpendicular. So AB becomes 5 cos 60. 5 cos 60 is 2.5. So now AB is 5 cos 60. So this distance, let us say this is D. So now AD becomes equal to 2.5 cos 60. So this is 1.25. We have marked this point as D. This is not required in the truss, but just for simplicity, so that you understand, this is not AD. This will be BD. So BD is 1.25. Now let us take moment. So if you take moment about point B, these two will not contribute. You will have 20 into 1.25 minus 5 RC is equal to 0. So if you solve this, you have RC is equal to 5. So automatically, which means RB will be equal to 15. So you know the values of RC and RB. So once we have found out the reactions, the next step is search for a joint which has not more than two unknown forces. The problem in trusses is you need to find out the force that is to be carried out by each and every member. So you have three members, you have to calculate the forces in all the three members. This is what you have to do in trusses. Means ultimately you are trying to find out the force distribution across the three members due to the applied load of 20 kilonewton. So you have to search for a joint which has not more than two unknowns forces. Now, why this step two, or why this statement two unknown forces? Once you are isolating a joint means it becomes a system of coplanar concurrent force system. So if it is a coplanar concurrent force system, you cannot solve for more than two unknowns because you have two equations of static equilibrium. If you treat this truss as a whole, it becomes a coplanar non-concurrent force system. But when you are searching for a joint, that means ultimately that joint will be isolated. So if that joint is isolated, then you cannot have more than two unknown forces that need to be found out. So if you look at joint B, you have two knowns, RB dash 0. RB is known to you, and you have two unknowns, the force in member AB, the force in member BC. If you see joint C, you have one known, two unknowns, that can also be solved. And if you look at joint A, you have one known force 20 kilonewton and two unknown forces, which is also which can be easily found out. So now it is your choice that you can choose any one of the joint. In the next forthcoming problems, we will see a situation where all joints cannot be chosen. You need to select a joint depending upon your intelligence, that which joint has to be selected. Randomly you cannot. Here you have a possibility of selecting any of the joints. So if you select any joint, let us say we go with joint B. So if you say joint B, so let us draw the free body diagram for joint B. So joint B is, this is 15. This is force in member BC, and this is force in member BA. Now, why we have not written this as AB and why we have not written this as CB? Because it would have been one and the same. The angle is 60 degree between them. The reason is very simple. This is followed by, this is subscript BA or BC is written according to Bose notation. Now, Bose notation says that the first alphabet will denote the starting point of the member, and the next alphabet will denote the end point of the member. So FBA means force in member BA, which starts from B and finishes at A. So this, if you don't write this joint B also, it is very clearly indicated that this is joint B, because both of them, both unknowns, they have starting alphabet as B. So that means it is joint B, and this is called as Bose notation. Now you have a simple diagram, and you can calculate the forces in both of them. So if you look at the forces, both of them, so you can write down FBA. No, so let us apply Lami's theorem here. So if you apply Lami's theorem, you have here you have minus 15. Let us apply Lami's theorem here. Because this is a 3-4 system in equilibrium, so this is minus 15 because ऊपर जाके ये plus 15 हो जाएगा. Minus 15 by sin 60 is equal to FBA divided by sin 90 is equal to FBC divided by sin, this is 150, so you have 210. Sum of all the three should come out to be 360. So FBA, if you solve, it comes out to be 17.32 kilonewton. And if you solve FBC, you have 8.66 kilonewton. So if you look at these two, this value comes out to be negative and this value comes out to be positive. So negative indicates that you had chosen the direction this, and it is actually reversed. So what we do is mm, there are two methods of actually doing it. One is minus, देखिए, if you look at force BA, it is outwards the center. If it is outwards the center, it is a tensile force. If it is towards the center, it is a compressive force. So minus indicates that it is a compressive force, and positive indicates that it is a tensile force. Why? Because we had initially chosen all the forces, all the unknown forces to be tensile in nature. If the signs in the solution get reversed, it automatically indicates that your chosen direction is wrong. It is not that your chosen value is wrong. Okay. So again, we need to understand that either you reverse the direction right now or you don't reverse it. I would say that don't reverse the direction. Let us solve the problem taking everything to be tensile. So if the answer comes out to be minus, we will use it as minus in the next situations also. Okay, so again this joint is solved, so you know forces in all these two members. You need to find out force in AC. So to solve AC, you can solve joint C, or you can solve joint A. Any one of the joint, if you solve, you will get the value of AC. AC and CA both are same. It makes no difference. Your ultimate aim is you need to find out forces in all the three members. So let us solve joint A. So if you solve joint A, what happens is, if you solve joint A, what do you get? Let us draw the free body diagram. This we have already calculated as 5. This is force in member CA, and this is force in member CB. Now BC and CB both will have the same value. So this value is already known to you. It is 8.66, and CA you have to calculate. So You can do it anyway. This is 30 degree. So once it is known to you, let us simply write down the Lami's equation again. You have minus 5 by sine 30 is equal to 8.66 divided by sine, we'll write later on. And you have mm, this FCA divided by sine 90. So 90 plus 30 is 120. So this becomes 240. So you can solve and find out FCA. It will come out to be 10, and it is minus 10 kilonewton. So now you know the forces in all the three members. So once you know forces in all the three members, your job is done, and you can calculate you have actually calculated the forces in all the three members. So your next step is you need to draw a table. So to draw a table, what we will do is we'll say the first is member, force, and in force we'll in bracket we'll write down it as magnitude, and the last one is sense. So let us say the first member was BA or AB. You have to write only one. The second member was AC, and the third member was BC. So force in first member AB, you have found it out as 17.32. The force in member AC has been found out as 10. You have to write down the units as well. And force in member BC is 8.66. If you look at the sense part, this came out to be negative. So if this is negative, that means initially we had assumed all the forces to be compressive in nature. Sorry, tensile in nature. Initially, all the forces were tensile in nature, but the answer for this and this, they both came out to be negative. So the sense, in the sense part, we will write compressive here. Here, this is also negative, so this is compressive. And this value turned out to be positive, so this is tensile. So this completes your first simple problem, where you have calculated the forces in all the three members and represented them in a tabular format. Okay, so this is how you need to solve every problem and compute or mention this. Once you have written AB, you need not write BA, because if A to B is compressive, then B to A will also be compressive. If A to C is compressive, then C to A will also be compressive. Okay, so this completes your problem number 1. So these are the forces that are acting on this truss. This has more number of members as compared to the previous problem. So these are the reactions Ra and Rb. So you need to calculate Ra and Rb. So if you write down sigma F y is equal to 0, you have Ra plus Rb is equal to 10 plus 12. This is 22. So to take moment about, if you take moment about A and equate it to 0, if you take moment about A and equate it to 0, कि पहली कंडीशन क्या है कि पहले एडी का लेंथ पता करो, आपके पास सिर्फ एबी की लेंथ गिवन है. तो अगेन अगर आप ये बड़ा वाला ट्रायंगल कंसीडर करो तो ये 60 है, ये 30 है, तो ऑब्वियसली ये 90 डिग्री होगा. सो नाउ एडी बिकम्स इक्वल टू 5 cos 60. So this is 2.5. So perpendicular distance for this 10 kilonewton force is how much? Let us say we'll mark इसके लिए परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस कितना होगा, इतना। तो अगर ये डिस्टेंस कितनी होगी, दिस इज 2, this will be 2.5 into again cos 60, this is 1.25. Okay, this is one part. Now if AD is equal to 2.5, so all member, if you look at now triangle ADC, if you look at triangle ADC, all three are 60 degree. So जितना बड़ा AD होगा उतना ही बड़ा AC होगा. So AC is equal to 2.5. That means BC is again equal to 2.5. So BC के लिए परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस कितना होगा, ये, तो ये डिस्टेंस कितना होगा, 2.5 into cos 60. Again this is 1.25. So let us take moment about A. So if you take moment about A, you have 10 into 1.25 plus 12 into 2.5 plus 1.25. पहले आप A to C ढाई आएंगे, उसके बाद ये 1.25 है, माइनस 5 RB is equal to 0. So here you get RB is equal to, if you solve this, RB is equal to 10. And you have RA is equal to 12. तो ये एंगल इतना ही होगा, BC, ठीक. So these are the reactions. This is 10. Sorry, this is
RB 11.5 आ रहा है,
RB
11.5.
RB 11.5 आ रहा है, ठीक ठीक. तो दूसरा बताना कितना होगा, this is 11.5. so this gives you a value, 22 में से 11.5 गया तो इसका मतलब 10.5. ठीक. So these are the reactions, 11.5 and 10.5. Now the problem again starts from where we had left before. Search for a joint which has not more than two unknowns. So if you look at joint A, you have one known, two unknowns. If you look at joint B, you have one known, two unknowns. Now if you look at joint C, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 forces. You have no known, you have four unknowns. If you look at joint E, you have one known and you have three unknowns. If you look at joint D, you have one unknown and three unknown. So out of these, you are left with possibility of solving either joint A or joint B. Okay, so it is your choice. You can start from anywhere. So let us first draw joint A. So if you take joint A, so the free body diagram for joint A will be, this is 10.5. This is F in AC. This is FAD. The angle is 60 degree. So you will resolve and find out the value of AC and AD. So if you resolve and find out the value of AC and AD, these two forces will be known to you. Now come to, if AD is known to you, that means this is known to you. If this is known to you, you can search for any other joint. So if this is 60, this is 60, this automatically means that this is 60, this will be 90. So this comes out to be 30 degree. So you can write down the equations. So this will be minus 10.5 divided by sine 60 is equal to FAD divided by sine 90 is equal to FAC divided by sine 150 210. So you can find out AD and AC. So AD will be known to you now and AC will be known to you. So AD will come out to be negative. AD will come out to be negative. If you solve it will come out to be negative. So once AD comes out to be negative, this clearly means that you had chosen it to be tensile in nature, but it came out to be compressive in nature. Now come to joint D. So if you come to joint D, to draw the free body diagram, this is 10. Now this is FDA. This is already known to you. FAD आपको पता है तो इसका मतलब FDA भी आपको पता है. This is FDC and you have FDE. Come to the angles. This is 60 degree. Sorry, this is 30 degree. This is 60 degree. Okay. So if this is 60 degree, that means if you draw a line here, this is also 60 degree with the horizontal. ठीक. So if this is horizontal again, this angle will be 120, 120, 150. This is again 30 degree. So you know all the angles now. Now FDA came out to be negative here. That means अगर इस जॉइंट को हम देखें तो ए से डी की तरफ ना जाके फोर्स डी से ए की तरफ आ रहा है. हमने इसको यहाँ पे टेंसाइल ही लिया है. आपको करना क्या है कि एफ ए डी की वैल्यू जो नेगेटिव आई थी वो नेगेटिव वैल्यू ही यहाँ पुट करनी है. यूज नेगेटिव वैल्यू इधर. जो पुरानी वैल्यूज हैं उनको आप चेंज मत करिए, उनको अपने प्रीवियस साइंस के साथ ही यूज करिए. ठीक है. वरना क्या होगा, अगर आपने साइन चेंज कर दिया तो आगे जाके जब आप टेबल बनाएंगे इट विल बिकम वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू टू मैनेज देम. इट इज बेटर दैट डोंट चेंज द साइंस एंड सॉल्व फॉर डीए. माने डीए की पुरानी वैल्यू ही यूज करो. डोंट गो फॉर न्यू वैल्यूज. पिछला नेगेटिव है तो अगला भी जो हम यूज करेंगे वो भी नेगेटिव करेंगे और सारे फोर्सेस को हम टेंसाइल ही दिखाएंगे. जो गिवन फोर्सेस है उनका हम नेचर नहीं चेंज कर सकते. जो हमने कैलकुलेट किया है उन फोर्सेस को अगर हम टेंसाइल कैलकुलेट करके आ रहा है तो हम उसे टेंसाइल ही यूज करते हुए आगे बढ़ जाएंगे. सो दिस इज अगेन अ कोप्लेनर concurrent force system. This cannot be solved by Lami's theorem. So write down Fx is equal to 0. If you write Fx is equal to 0, you will get FDE cos 60 plus FDC, अरे 60 नहीं 30, FDE cos 30 plus FDE DC cos 60 minus FDA cos 60. अब ये माइनस इसकी वजह से है, रेजोल्यूशन की वजह से, लेकिन इसकी वैल्यू जो पुट होगी वो फिर माइनस ही पुट होगी. जो आपकी पुरानी वैल्यू आई थी नेगेटिव, और नेगेटिव को नेगेटिव यूज करेंगे. दिस इज इक्वल टू 0. If you write down sigma Fy is equal to 0, you have this will be minus 10 plus FDE. Sorry, this will be resolved in the negative direction. So this will also be negative. This is minus FDE sine 30 माइनस एफ डी सी साइन 60 माइनस एफ डी ए sin 60 is equal to 0. So now you have two equations, two unknowns. dA आपको पता है तो dA अननोन नहीं है, ये पहले से ही माइनस है तो ऐसे ही यूज होगा. तो आपके पास दो अननोन है DE और DC, दोनों को सॉल्व करिए एंड देन प्रोसीड फ्रॉम जॉइंट टू जॉइंट वंस जॉइंट D इज सॉल्व. इसका मतलब ये पता है आपको, ये पता है, ये पता है. अब E पे आ जाइए. एक नोन, दो नोन, तीन नोन, तीन अननोन, एक नोन. E अगला सॉल्व नहीं होगा. अगला आप C पे आ जाइए. C पे एक नोन है, दो नोन है, दो अननोन है. यू कैन सॉल्व C और B, एनी वन इफ यू प्लीज. इसी तरह से सॉल्व फ्रॉम जॉइंट टू जॉइंट, यूज प्रीवियस नेगेटिव और पॉजिटिव वैल्यूज वॉट एवर यू हैव कैलकुलेटेड एज इट इज, एंड at the last prepare a table. So you can copy down this problem. When we meet day after tomorrow, then we'll be I'll be asking you what were the solutions, and did you have any doubt uh, in the previous problem. So you need to solve this, because if you look at this entire chapter, these problems are long but easy. बड़े हैं ये problems, no doubt बड़े हैं. सो यू नीड टू बी अ वेरी कॉशियस, बिकॉज इसका रिजल्ट जो है, जॉइंट ए का रिजल्ट जॉइंट डी में यूज होगा, जॉइंट डी का रिजल्ट जॉइंट सी में यूज होगा. तो अगर आप एक जगह गलत हो गए तो वो लाइन से सारी गलतियां होती हुई चली जाएंगी. ठीक. सो यू नीड टू बी वेरी कॉशियस अबाउट इट एंड ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट प्रॉपरली. सो